Hello, everybody. It is December 7th and 2023. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Really, welcome. Feel free to write in the comments where you're from. That would be great, where you're watching from. Let's see, it's Pearl Harbor Day today, December 7th. Also, I'm back on X/Twitter. Decided to do that. So I made a couple of posts there in just the last couple of days, just to let you know, let people know where I am, what we're doing here on the Quail Studios Music channel. All right, let's talk about songs. I want to ask you, how many songs have you got under your belt so far? I know you can't see my guitar. You will see my guitar, Bob, in just a little bit. I'm going to change that. No problem. Just relax. And I do have the close-up setting on the camera. Thank you, Bob. And I will tell you why. And I'm going to stand up and show you my guitar in just a second, so just relax here. All right, so how many songs have you got under your belt? If you don't have full songs learned, then how many songs can you play part of it? A song. Put that in the comments below if you want. And let us know what it looks like. Now your answer might be, oh, I don't know how many songs I know. And actually, to tell you the truth, I don't know how many songs that I can play, honestly. I have no idea. Because I've got, well, if you get my book, you know that there's a ton of songs in there. I know all of those, most of them. And sometimes I have to go over them to be able to play them. Let's see. Also, I've got a list on my computer. They're called lead sheets. I've got tons of songs in there that I actually know from the 80s, from the 90s, from the 2000s that I haven't played on this channel, and I would be glad to do that. I can do it. And I might do it someday. It's very possible. Let me look at the comments and see what's going on here. Hey, there's Albert. Hello, Albert. It's good to see you. Let's see. Tom is here. Hi, Tom. Carol is here. Hello, Carol. GFJ. Hi, guys. Trinidad and Tobago here. Hello. Welcome. Many bits of songs. That's good. William says, hi, Bob. I gave a number of completed songs I can usually play after a quick recap. That's how I feel about my songs. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to stand up here in a minute and show you some things on the guitar, and we're going to talk about that. Yes, I've got a new camera. How does it look? I like the settings. I've got it zoomed in a little bit. That's because I'm going to stand up and show you some things on the guitar. Okay. You know, I can make a list of songs. If I have a gig coming up, I can make a list of 30, 40, 50 songs that I can play easy. And I can make it, you know, for different people. Like if I have an older crowd, I can do that. If I have a younger crowd, I can do that. If it's mixed, I can do that. I would recommend that you be a little more focused on getting songs in your repertoire, writing down what you know, having a list of them, and focus on that. That would be a really good thing for you to do. Let's see. And every time you play, if you're just beginning to play the guitar or the keyboard or the piano, then work on something definite and begin by learning playing skills. You should learn some technique, a little bit. What we got? Hey, Lisa is here. Hello, Lisa. Good to see you. GFJ says, I don't remember the chords to songs I've learned, and I can't play by ear. No problem. You know, in my book, I have lead sheets. This is what I call lead sheets. This happens to be, I'll be home for Christmas. And these help me to remember what the chords are. And we're going to talk about chords in just a second. Here's the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. These are in my book. I think they are. I don't know if I have all those Christmas songs in the book. Let's go back to my things here. Okay, so let's talk about some things that you can do when you are learning to play the guitar. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to change my mic. And I'm going to get the guitar in frame here. Here we go. Now, here's my guitar. One of the things you can do, let me change something here. I'm also going to change this I'm just trying this today, see how it works. So some of the things you can do is you can do some kind of a technical exercise. If you don't play very much, that's fine. I like to do a scale. That's a major scale. That's 1 octave. We can do 2 octaves. Scales are really good because when you play notes, oops, I messed up. So if you know a scale, I'm actually starting on A, so this is the A major scale. If you play it backwards, joy to the world, you can actually play, right? You can play songs just by learning a scale and playing it backwards, things like that. You can play the chromatic exercise. Albert says, I play fingerstyle. We're going to talk about fingerstyle. There you go. Hi, Lisa. It's nice to see all of you, too. So what happens here is that when we play fingerstyle, you can play this is a chromatic exercise. I actually have videos about chromatic exercises, about scales. You can play open position chords. Right? And practice those. Oh, let me get my pick again. I'm just going to play this. So here's C chord, G chord, E, A, D. Let's do it in order. A, B, C, D, E, F, or this F, G, then you can do things like A major, A minor 7, A7, E major, E minor, E7, E minor 7. Now you can also play, let me put my pick down. You can play it with fingerstyle. Let's see, what else? D, D minor 7, D7, C, C minor, C7, C minor 7. Some of these, oh, you can do C7 like this too. G, G minor, G7, G minor 7. So you can practice those kinds of things. You know, if you practice bar chords, for instance, this is an E position bar chord, and then goes to the A7 position. So it's like, or you could do one fret at a time. You could do minor chords. Let's see. There we go. Practice those kinds of things. Any of these things can give you more technique on the guitar. Let's see. Oh, you can do pentatonic scale. Here's the first position of the pentatonic scale. Right? Or you can do a minor scale. Oops, I'm messing it up. Let's do it with just fingers. Oops. Oops, messing it up. That's why I need to practice. These scales are in my book, and you can find them there. Let's see, I already talked about open position chords and bar chords. Now, my daughter Serene called me the other day and asked me to make a sheet about how to use the major and minor scale sheets in my books. And she wants a detailed and systematic way to teach concepts from these sheets, so I've been working on that. Anybody that is on Patreon or Subscribestar or makes a donation at PayPal, or any of the local online students that I have, local students or online students, you will be getting a copy of this soon with your support. Another thing to work on is strumming if you're a finger picker. I mean, if you're a picker. Right, you can start really simply. Hello, Jacob. Right? Now you can do this with just your fingers too. Let me put that down. Let's see, what was my chords? What song is that? Hey, thanks, Bob. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe button. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing some finger picking. I call this rocking back and forth. Now, I do have some videos about finger picking, how to do this kind of thing. What position to get in. I have one video that's called, I'm trying to think of the name of it, Fingerpicking 101. You can search that. Fingerpicking 101, Quail Studios, search it for that. So learning how to strum and rhythm, that's really, really important. Let me get my metronome out. So let's see. Metronome here. Got one on my phone. It's called Pro Metronome. I really like it. Hear that? Let me slow it down just a little bit to 120. 120 beats per minute. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, these are the chords to Let It Be. Hopefully I won't get called out because of it. Now, one thing you can do here is let's do something else. You'll notice I'm changing my strumming. It's a really good idea to change your strumming. Now, on finger picking, I could do the same thing. Now, let's see. You know, I played for 17 years without studying finger picking and not really concentrating on how to improve playing with my fingers. And then I took classical guitar lessons. And for a whole year, I learned how to play like a classical guitar player, you know, putting the guitar in between my legs and things like that. And I trimmed my nails back to learn how to feel the strings, especially on my right hand, trim those back. I studied Pepe Romero's style of playing and filing the fingernails and all that kind of thing to get the kind of sound that I like. And I also learned in that process that I didn't want to be a classical guitar player. But I feel that the time I spent learning the techniques to classical guitar really helped me to develop into a better player. You know, when I want to do... Now, I'm not using a classical guitar position right now. It's kind of a modified position. I do use something close to a classical guitar position because it's really fast. And you'll notice that my wrist is up a little bit. It's not down. I don't like to do a lot with down, unless I'm doing this. Let's see, how's that go? I might do something like that with a slap. Yes, more than words. So that's kind of a thing. You can do that. You can learn how to modify your hand position. Now, hand position on the guitar and guitar positioning is really important. One of the things I'd like you to realize that you should do when you're playing, and let me change my camera here just a little bit. Move it up just a little. There we go. I want you to be able to see everything because we're going to talk a little bit about positioning here. Now I'm going to face the camera. You'll notice that my guitar, I've got a strap on and I'm playing bar chords. Let's see, how's that go? Anybody know this? I wonder if I've got too old of a group here. Okay, that's a different thing here. So when I'm playing these kind of bar chords, my guitar is literally going out at a 45-degree angle. You know, sometimes I'll stand like this, but I'm actually facing that direction. I'm not facing towards the camera, but I'm facing this way, showing you my guitar. Somebody's honey is crowding my icebox. You know that one? Okay, so let's see. Let's talk a little bit about hand position. When I'm in that kind of a position, my wrist is really relaxed. Now we're just talking about acoustic guitar here, we're not talking about classical guitar. But you'll notice that in this position, my hand comes right out like that. And I could raise my guitar up a little bit like this to take that bend out of my wrist. If it's too low to play a bar chord like that, I've got to get a lot of bend in my wrist. See that? So if I raise the guitar, that bend comes out. See here. See that? So really, you need to move your guitar around depending on what you're doing. If I'm playing this bar chord, you Now I have to move my guitar back to get that in position. This is a B flat bar chord. Right? My guitar is back farther, but when I put it into the E position bar chord, my guitar comes out. It makes it easier. Back, when I'm playing that bar chord, I'm kind of moving around to keep it in focus, in camera, in frame, I guess you could say. What I'd like you to think about is when you're looking at people. Oh no. Here, let's just get rid of that. I'm going to turn my phone off. Somebody called me. Be quiet. I want you to look at people when you're looking at people on the internet. Don't just look at their hand, like their left hand or their right hand. I want you to look at their whole body. I want you to get in touch with what they're doing with their whole body, not just their hands. This is something new that I'm trying today, so this may not work. My camera angle is what I'm talking about. I'll stand up again here in just a second. But you want to see what they're doing, not just with their hands, but with their body and the guitar, what position it's in, how high it is, how low it is. If you want to be really cool, right, you drop it really low if you're a rocker. But you'll notice that a lot of jazz players have their guitars up high. I like my guitar a little bit higher. Oh, you know what? That rooftop concert that the Beatles did, look how high their guitars are. John's playing it really high, so is George. Okay, let me see. Let me look at my notes. So you want to look at their whole body, you want to look at their torso, you want to look at, are they standing or sitting, are they using a pick or are they not, are they using a strap or are they not? I'm using a strap today because I've been standing up. How are they sitting? How are they standing? These are really, really important things to look at. Okay, another thing that you want to think about, you want to know the basics of guitar playing and music theory. Just the basics. I mean, you don't even need to go very far into music theory to be able to really understand the guitar. Things like learning the notes on the E string and on the A string. E, F, G, A, B, right? I teach my students when they're playing a G chord, this is a G note down here. Talking about standard tuning. When they play a C chord, that note, that lowest note right there is a C on the 3rd fret. It's good to know. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. And then the A string. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Because if you know those notes, you can call out what these bar chords are with no problem. Because the lowest note gives us the name of the bar chord. Here's an A. Here's your E position. Well, you can't even see it. I'll bring it up. Sorry. Let me look at my comments. No more comments that I can see. Okay, so when you're on a bar chord like this, B note, that's a B chord. Do a minor chord, B minor, B7, B minor 7. So these are really, really important things to know. Your notes, because you can name your chords when you know your bar chords. If you know those two strings, the E string and the A string, you can learn the notes all over your fretboard. That's really, really good. GFJ asks, how important is comfort when holding the guitar as opposed to getting it into the recommended position? I think comfort is really important. That's another thing you have to do, is you have to decide, how am I feeling? You know what I should do is I should bring my other chair in here, the one that's higher. I'll do that next time. So yeah, comfort is important. I'm not sure how to answer that really, but when you stand up, I like this guitar. This is not a dreadnought size guitar. This is a triple-aught size. One reason I like it is because when I stand up, it's more comfortable to play. Here, let's stand up again. So when I'm standing, right, because this is a thinner guitar right here, it's not as thick as a regular dreadnought size guitar. Let me move my stool out of the way. Especially when I'm standing with a mic, like this one right here. So when I'm playing, there must have been a reason when we say the things we've said. There must have been a reason, but I think I got by me. So when I'm playing here, I'm a lot more comfortable. This is really, really important to me. When I'm finger picking, let's say I'm doing something like this. Let's see. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows. Same thing. I have to be able to have this in a really good position so that I can finger pick and sing. The microphone needs to be in the right place. That's really important. Let me try something else. This is purely a test. Oh, I'm just trying to get into. Here, let's just kneel down a little bit here. Yeah, I've got my camera in the wrong position. Hold on. All right, let's try this. A little bit farther back. I didn't try this one. So, I got another comment here. Let's see what it says. Bob says, yes, this guitar is a Blue Ridge BR73. It's my favorite guitar. Triple-aught. Someone said to me once that it really looks a lot like a Martin. The size, Martins have triple-aughts. And I really like the feel of it. This is my favorite guitar. My favorite steel string guitar. Now I do have in the back here over my shoulder, right back there, right, that's my classical guitar. Really love that one. And that's a really good guitar. I got my electric guitar right here in the back. That's a Yamaha 120 SD. They don't make them anymore. I really like that one. I would probably get maybe a couple of other guitars, but I just don't have the money to spend on them right now. If you want to make a donation and help me do that, I'd be glad to do that. Yeah, I don't know if somebody said something about what guitar do you have, but I saw what Bob said. GFJ says, I asked because I am self-taught, and I think I tilt the bottom of the guitar away from my body. I was wondering if it's worth attempting to refrain myself in that regard. Well, you know what? you need to be aware of your body, and you don't want your guitar to be too low. I think that's what you were talking about, isn't it? He said, I think I tilt the bottom of the guitar away from my body. One thing you can do is to take your phone, if you have a phone, and video yourself playing and look at yourself, because sometimes we don't really know what we're doing. One of the things that I get to do all the time, I video myself all the time. I've made hundreds of videos. And I look at myself, and sometimes I think, oh boy, that looks uncomfortable, or that doesn't work very well, or something like that. Or I play something and I think that wasn't very good. So I'd like you to try that. Make a minute video, 2-minute video, play something, standing up, sitting down, whatever. Put your phone, I don't know, lean it up against a book or whatever you can do. And then look at the video. Turn off the sound. Just look at yourself. And then also listen to it and don't look at the video. And of course, you can look at the video and listen at the same time. But all of these are very, very important and can be very important for you to understand exactly and get a good feel and an understanding of, I don't know if I have the right words, of what you're doing. Okay, just trying to help out here. Well, I'm going to go and hang out with my supporters on Rock Out Loud. And you're welcome to come over. In the description is a link on how to do that. And of course, you have to be signed up with me either on Patreon, Subscribestar, or my email list, and you will get a link. You're welcome to come over and listen, participate, ask questions. I'd be glad to teach you something. Other people come also, and they teach me things, and I think it's fantastic. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. My name is Hal. I will see you again next week. Let's see, today's the 7th, so I guess it'll be the 14th that you will see me again. Thanks for being here. We'll talk to you later, okay? Any more questions really quick before I go? Okay, we'll see you. Bye.